to Katrina's Creations. This is episode 223, and we hit 3,000 subscribers this week. So there will be the giveaway for this yarn. Here's what it looks like, and it is hand-dyed heaven. Now we reached the 3,000 subscriber point on Thursday at 10 o'clock when I checked. That's when it showed up. And so I will be drawing, well, it would be today. I will be drawing at 10 o'clock. Depending on when you are watching this will depend on whether you've already seen the video or not. But the video itself will be be posted at 12 o'clock on today. So anyway, I'm filming this ahead of time, of course, so I haven't drawn when I'm filming this. So stay tuned if you haven't seen it already for the giveaway. Yeah, so that is exciting and super good news. So thank you all of you who have stuck with me all these years, who have watched this channel. And if you're a new viewer, thank you for stopping by. If you haven't already, please click that little red subscribe button. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I completely forgot to tell you what I am wearing today. I am wearing the Keeping You in Stitches shawl. This is one that I designed quite a few years ago. Here it is. It starts here. It is an asymmetrical shawl, but by the time you finish it, it comes out more triangular. So it is different lace stitches, but you only do small sections of them, so it's not overwhelming. And you can do this in one color, or you could do it how the pattern is written, which is in 4 colors. And then it ends with like a little ruffle at the end here. It's called Old Shale pattern, which is what it does at the end. So yeah, it's all different lace style patterns. And it is available at Lovecrafts, and the link is down below to my patterns if you're interested. So it is one of my favorites, just because I like the shape. So anyway, that's the Keeping You in Stitches shawl. So let's get started. I do have a finished object. My finished object is my round, well, I guess you consider it octagonal. It's an 8-pointed star. Baby Afghan for my niece, and I did finish it this week. So here it is. It's not huge because, like I said, it is a baby blanket. So here it is. And she wanted gray and white, so gray and white it is. There is some, it looks like it's black, but it's actually a real dark charcoal. So there it is. I'm real happy with how it turned out. And this will be getting mailed out to her. So that's my finished object. And I finished it because I was waiting. The whole reason I started working on this was I ran out of yarn for an Afghan that I'm crocheting, and I had to wait till some of it came in the mail. So it finally arrived, and I've been working on my plaid Afghan again. So this is what I have gotten done. It just came in. It came in the other day, but I got started on it yesterday. So you do this in strips. So here is a strip. I think I was about this far. Yeah, there we go. I was about this far, like 2 blocks and a couple rows when I ran out of yarn. So last night I finished this section and this one, this one, this one, and I'm now starting the last block, which is a solid blue. And you do them in strips of 7 different color blocks, and then you whip stitch them together. So let me show you what the whole thing looks like so far. Now, of course, I haven't attached that piece I just showed you, but this was a free pattern, the Lumberjack Flanagan by Mowgli. So here it is. It is, like I said, it is a free pattern, And so this is what it looks like once it's whip stitched together. So I have 4 rows, so I'm working on the 5th. I will probably end up putting about 7 rows in this, so it'll be a square afghan by the time I finish. So yeah, it's pretty good sized. I would say width-wise, of course it's narrow, I've got a ways to go. So width-wise, it's maybe about 25 to, well, yeah, about probably 25 across at this point. And then down, it's probably, well, it's my wingspan, so it's about 5 feet maybe. So I don't want a huge bedspread, but yeah, there it is. So very happy. And now I can get back to finishing that. So those are my 2 crocheted projects. Now we'll get started showing you my knitted projects. The first is my mitered square blanket. Now I have noticed some of you have been watching an old tutorial that I did on how to do a mitered square. So Wednesday's video is going to be an updated tutorial because this is my second mitered square blanket and I'm doing it a little different than I did my first one. The square is still made the same way, but my miters go different. So my first mitered square blanket, all the miters ran the same direction. This one, they go out in a sunburst shape. You can see it there. So I've added quite a few squares this week. I put little stitch markers on each of them so I could keep track because I knew otherwise I would not remember because they didn't necessarily go in order. So I have this one, and then I did this one, which is a gray, and this one, and this one, and then I jumped around a bit and I did this one, and this one, and here's the other ones, and then I did 4 over here. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let me see how many altogether I did this week. So I did 10 squares this week, all total. So it is coming along, but the tutorial I'm going to do is going to show you how to do a mitered square, but then it's also going to show you how to attach them, because you attach them as you go. You don't have to sew them together, they get attached. But there's a certain way you need to do them in order to make it work. So I'm going to show you for both versions of the blanket how to attach the squares. So that will be Wednesday's video, so stay tuned for that. And then my last work in progress is my colorwork sweater, and I have made some progress this week. Here's my sweater. This is the Pearls de Nord by Drops Design. It is a free pattern, and last week I had stopped right here. Where is it at? Last week I had stopped right here at this, right below the circles. So I have gone, let me open this up so you can see it a little bit better. I have gone all the way down to here. So I've done about almost 4 inches since last week. So this is what this section of the pattern looks like. And I did have a request by Laura Knutson. Would I show the separation for the sleeves? Would I do a tutorial? And yes, I will be doing a tutorial on how to separate for the sleeves. And I will also do a tutorial when I put the sleeves back on and start working on the sleeves so that you can see how that's done. And that particular technique will apply not just to a yoked sweater like this one, but raglan sleeves and everything. Most sweaters attach this way. Although I have done some sweaters that you actually separate for the sleeves and then knit the sleeves separately and then put them back on. It's not my favorite way of doing it because you can't judge how long the sleeve is. I prefer doing them like this. So yes, that will be an upcoming tutorial when I finish the color work. So I do have a little bit more to go. I am in the third pattern, and here's what the pattern looks like. So this is the third section that I'm on, and I am like right in here. So you work from the bottom and you work your way up. So I'm about halfway through the third. So I have this to go. And once I get there, we'll be getting ready to separate for the sleeves. So it'll be another week or so before I get ready. But that will be an upcoming tutorial. Now you may wonder, why am I not filming up in the craft cave today? There was an avalanche of yarn that occurred up in the craft cave. Things kept falling off the shelf, and I have done several sweaters lately that have taken large quantities of yarn off of the shelf. As a result, I can rearrange a little bit, and so I do want to rearrange how I have some of the yarn organized up there. Right now it's organized by weight and by color, and I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it like that or not, but it just needed some straightening, and it looked like a yarn explosion occurred up in the craft cave. So I am filming it as I do this because that will also be an upcoming video, will be what the yarn cave looks like when I'm finished. So that is it for what I have been making. What have you been working on this week? Now in my acquisitions, if you missed it, I did a yarn haul I went to Ollie's Bargain Outlet, and then they had Red Heart yarn for $1.99 and some of it for $4.99, and then I had a 15% off coupon, which made it even cheaper. So if you missed that haul and want to check it out, you can click the link right here, and that will take you over and you can see what I got at Ollie's this past week. It's upstairs in the yarn cave, so I won't be bringing it back down. In fact, it's probably buried up there somewhere at this point. But I got that, and then I got the yarn came in for my plaid Afghan that I'm working on, and it is Pound of Love. This is the blue, and the blue is called Cornflower. This is the one I had the hardest time finding. I looked at Hobby Lobby, I looked at Joann's, I looked at Lion Brand themselves. Every place it was out of stock. So I don't know if this is really popular or they're discontinuing it, although I don't know why they would, because it's just a medium blue for the most part. It's not quite denim, but it's a medium blue. So anyway, I finally found it at Joann's online, not in the store. And so I got it ordered. So I bought this, and then the yellow that is in here is called Honeybee. And I didn't bring the skein in to show it to you. These things are huge. They are a pound of love because they are literally a pound of yarn. So it's like holding 2 or 3 skeins of yarn together. Or if you've got a 4 ounce skein, it's like carrying 4 of them together. So yeah, it's like carrying a small melon. Yeah, it's like bigger than my head. There you go. You can see a comparison. This yarn is bigger than my head. So yeah, that was my acquisition. Well, not totally all of my acquisitions. I did a little shopping. If you saw the one sale at Annie's earlier this week, where I believe it was like 30 or 35% off, something like that. I forget what it was, but it was a percentage off of their already marked down clearance. I got some yarn for $2 and something. It was 2 something. I forget exactly what it was I paid. But I bought several skeins of yarn, just some basic acrylic worsted weight yarn that I'm going to use to make socks. So, yeah, when I see sock yarn cheap, I mean, I have sock yarn up in the craft disaster upstairs, but when I see sock yarn cheap or yarn I can use for sock yarn, I buy it because I don't spend a lot of money on my feet. For something that's going to get walked around on my floors. So, yeah, I buy it when it's cheap. And worsted weight is not normally what you use for socks, but I like the little chunky slippery socks. So I like my socks nice and fuzzy and dense, and yeah. So anyway, I bought some of that. So when it comes in, I will do a video yarn haul of what I got. Now it's time for... So I do want to send out a special thank you to Debbie Benson and Sherry Knowles, because I put a video out earlier this week and for some reason it did not scroll right. I don't know if it was, maybe I missed pushing a button when I was editing, or if it just didn't catch right when it, rendered the video. I don't know what happened, but I was not aware that the video was just stuck frozen. You could see there was a sale, but you couldn't read any more information about it. And both of them let me know right away so I could go in and get it fixed. So I want to say thank you to you guys for letting me know that there was a problem with that video. So as far as what's in the Come and Get It section this week, I did get a Knit Picks magazine, and you can get these are free. This is just their catalog, but occasionally on the back of their catalog, like right here, it says you can save 20% on an item of your choosing, and then it gives you a coupon code to use, and it's good till the 22nd of March. So yeah, you can sign up and get free catalogs, and they show you some of their patterns and some of their yarns, and they just came out with a new yarn that's really, really pretty. It's part of this collection. It's part of Hawthorne, but it's called Watercolors. It's really, really pretty. They're like lots of pastel type of colors. So they just came out with that. I didn't see that they were on sale, but it was a new yarn. But they also have pom-poms. So here's all the different pom-poms. You can buy them in groups and based on color. Like these are all more neutrals here. So yeah, you can buy them that way. And they're not that badly priced. A set of 3 is $9.99. So it's roughly, what, $3.33 a piece. So it's not that bad. And I also have, if you like lots of choices of colors of pom-poms, if you check my Amazon link down below in my favorites shop, I have I have several choices where there are whole boxes of pom-poms over on Amazon. So I don't do pom-poms that much. I do have one, but I don't wear hats all that much because they hurt my head. I like hats. I just can't seem to wear them. The elastic around my head gives me a headache. So, yeah, so anyway, that is Knit Picks. They do have different, they don't have patterns in here, but you can see some of the patterns they have available. And check some of those out and get some ideas. There is one in here that's really, really super pretty. I'm going to show you really quick. I can't tell if it's, I have to look into it more, because I can't tell if it is a shawl or if it's a poncho. So here it is. Oops. So here it is, right here. It's just pretty. It's a lot of eyelet stitches and garter stitch. But yeah, I really like it. I tend to think it is I think it is a shawl. The more I look at it, I think it's a shawl. But there it is. See if I can get the glare off of it so you can see it. So, and then they also had in here, and this was kind of neat, they have a year's patterns of different hats. This is made with Germantown yarns, which is by Kelborn Woolens, but they have a hat for each month. So that was kind of neat. So that is Knit Picks. Now an update on Knit Crate. They are having some problems right now, not here in the States, but they're having problems getting their yarn. So that's why I have not done a March unboxing of yarn so far. Not March. That's why I have not done a February unboxing of my yarn, is it hasn't come yet. They said it's at the airport in the country. It's coming from South America. It's at the airport. They are just trying to wait for flights because of the global situation. There's limited flights getting out of some of these countries. And as a result, the yarn is not like on a priority to get stuck onto a plane. So they said as soon as it gets to Miami, which is where Knit Crate is based out of, is Florida, they will get them sent out to everybody, but they're still trying to get the yarn shipped here. So it's all done, it's ready to go, but it's a problem getting it on a plane. So yeah, so the yarn for February, and the same is applied to, if you remember January's box, I bought an extra skein of one of the colors. I'm still waiting on that too. So Knit Crate has made it good as far as they did send us like gift card things or stash points for, it's like a $10 value towards our next purchase as a thank you for being patient. But they are sending updates up to, they're like, please hang in there, please be patient. It is coming. It's kind of out of our control at this point. So, I totally get that. It's not a problem, but just in case you missed the email or you're wondering why there hasn't been an unboxing for February, that would be why. So as soon as it comes in, that will be yet another video. I have lots of videos in the future. Have you noticed that? Yeah, so what else is on sale? I have no idea, because Lion Brand has been doing a lot of flash sales lately, and so has Annie's. So those are the things that I do know of so far. And again, you can always check any of the links down below are to all the places that I tend to watch for sales. And I also have my Amazon store, which you can click over there if you want to check out like what my favorite knitting needles are, crochet hooks, anything like that that I use. I have linked over there so you can see it for yourselves. So that is it for this week. Once again, if you have not gone over to see who won the giveaway, please do so. Or if you're watching this before noon Eastern Standard Time in the US, then wait till after eat some lunch, and then come back and watch the video because the giveaway winner will be announced at 12 o'clock today. So that's it for this week. Stay tuned on Wednesday once again for the tutorial on a mitered square blanket. And I will see you all again next Wednesday. Yeah. Or, well, actually later today. I'll see you later today, which is 2 days later for me because I film on Thursdays for Saturday. So, yeah. But I will be filming the Saturday for this on Saturday. So, have I totally confused you? I've confused me, which isn't hard to do. So that is it for this week, and I will see you all again later. Bye, everybody.